Alright, this video is from section 4.2 and it's changing quadratic functions in vertex or intercept form back to standard form. What this is going to amount to is the FOIL method, and I'm pretty sure that you're all familiar with this. Now FOIL is really just an acronym to help you remember how to multiply out two binomials. So FOIL, remind yourself, means you multiply the first terms, the outer terms, the inner terms, and the last terms, and then you add all of those products together. So just a reminder, and again, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this, if you have x plus 4 times x plus 7, you just want to take everything in this parenthesis times everything in the other, and that amounts to these four letters. Just follow that. So take your first term in each parenthesis, x times x, which is x squared. Take your outer terms in each parenthesis, 7 times x, which is 7x. Your innermost terms in each parenthesis, 4 times x is 4x. And your last term in each parenthesis, which is your 4 times your 7, to get 28. And then, of course, 7 and 4x are like terms, so those combine to 11x, and you have gone from intercept form to standard form by method of FOIL. I'm going to walk through a couple quick examples. You may not really need to watch these because you might remember how to do this, but we're going to change this intercept equation into standard form, this intercept quadratic. So note it's an intercept, and again, I know it's an intercept form because I don't have any x squared, and that's really the biggest clue, but I do have an x times an x, so obviously I know it's quadratic. So you can do one of two things. You could distribute the 3 through to either of these parentheses, not to both, right, because then you're tripling things twice too many. Or you could FOIL these first and then triple everything, which is what I prefer, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so you decide which route you want to take. All right, so I'm going to FOIL these first. So keeping the 3 there, I have x times x, which is x squared. My outer terms, negative 5x. My inner terms multiplied are 2x. My last terms multiplied are negative 10. Combining like terms, negative 5x plus 2x is negative 3x. And then I can triple everything. So distributing that 3 through, finally, I get this nice standard form equation. And lastly, we'll look at changing from vertex form to standard form. So again, I know this is in vertex form because I have a nice quantity squared. There's my h, negative 2, and my k, positive 8. The biggest mistake I see here, so in fact, put a huge red flag in your notes, is I see people say, oh, x plus 2 squared is, in fact, I'm going to write this down because it's so awful. X plus 2 quantity squared is just x squared, because x squared is x squared, and 2 times 2 is 4. And no, 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 that is not true. Do not make that mistake. When you square something, you take the the quantity x plus 2 times itself. So I'm actually going to write that out, x plus 2 times x plus 2. That's what it means to square something, which means you need to FOIL. Okay, so don't do that, right? All right, so I'm going to FOIL this out first, like I did on the last video. So x times x is x squared, outer is 2x, inner is 2x, last terms are 4. And then order of operations after I combine my like terms, 2x plus 2x is 4x. I can distribute the negative 5 through first because that's order of operations. And then I can add that 8. So I get negative 12. And that is my vertex form equation transformed to standard form.